This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
All right. My ancient no ase win and I'm second so about 10 seconds. Menen watching komo kakra. Andy say yeah. Oh, the yankopon ase. Okay. And the hina yura the stories no as usual a gumpa.
You know, Bernardo Silva said footballers no, they have no Christmas, they have no rest, they have no summer. Meaning, I say matches no, a bobo peso. It is a way footballer. We footballer, you know, and yet they say we not enough time to rest. And so what's your children also say, Uti and Sema Bernardo Silva Ekana. You know, one of the bayadri. Sanin Sama Okan, and Seba, also at Transi, near Shimmy, no football association now. Almost that game, none so far as FIFA concern. Almost me share near more beshe, I'm going to me about the progress of footballers. And in the EPL, so Christmas here, we are still on Saturday, Sunday, and then EFL games. Saturday, Sunday. Crucial games. Manchester City, any teams are winning the respective continental trophies. No, okay. But the Super, the Club World Cup.
May not win and all. Okay. Until me 10 seconds. We about Andy,
you know, Bernardo Silva and Semna Okano. See, FIFA Club World Cup also. Omuba back here, Omuba Bisiakan in the Champions League, Omuba Bisiakan in the Premier League. Now, next month, Omo Premier League, no more Serie A, and Spanish La Liga, and other respective leagues, non so general. Omo so ba AFCON. Omo free AFCON. I be so kwa kopiemu Copa America. In the time and go through summer, yabo Champions League, yabo League, yabo Club World Cup, and only year for those players, no. General, there is another European Championship in Germany. Okay. There's another Copa America in America. United States of America. Inti rest ankasa who expected say players ebinyano omunyabi. And then I was only yesterday. And I hear discuss local players no any players no musi akan wa abruchi no. Ade was so omunyane say general omu betimi arrest. So one timi arrest ya effect di ba no any injuries na ba bebrebe no. And especially one timi anya enough rest in the summer now say pre-season. Yakasa pre-season is for tactical awareness and conditioning. And the oncophobia house and quack or Juma under them, you know, any plan baby. Imagine you being a footballer now, pre-season working under Professor Ortega, Atletico Madrid, working under Antonio Pintus in Real Madrid, until you know Real Madrid players, no. Cotuanya interior crucial ligament, Edam Militao and interior crucial ligament, David Alaba and interior crucial ligament. Vinicius Junior has been on and off because of injuries. Players na enough rest in general. Shediato or Real Madrid. This season, the best player for Barcelona was Gavi. And Gavi T3. The second best player of Barcelona is Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Also, Prakotinefi. You started season na Christopher Nkuku. General Opera. Chelsea Kosani Romeo Latvia. And then Bayern away. Also the injuries etifi. Go to Manchester United. Martinez. Ewufie. Veran, Eko na waba, Casemiro ko na waba. Players are always expected general. That consistent display. The main guys so far as teams near concern because of rest are players where is Kevin De Bruyne? And the Manchester City is suffering because Kevin De Bruyne is not around. Where is Thomas Partey? You know, also etifi. Until you look around, no one should be who say. Players na enough rest, it affect them. See the following season, that's the league in the Into last year, World Cup, no. Paul Pogba, Jesus Corona, James, and you know, Chelsea, in as much as Rebecca Pochettino in Adiano. Chelsea have been playing this season mostly without their first two, right back and the left back. James Ibaya no cutting a fee, Benchi Ibaya no cutting a fee, for fun away. All those players, injuries. And you best the arrangement of the calendar, any FIFA sikana, ababe room into almost person that be almost increasing numbers no general. And also almost set back view. No almost study system view work up on increasing number no. Almost be increasing FIFA club work up number no. And again, and their friendly matches a war for the respective national teams no. And was so check and no. Into the general Caribbean international break, Caribbean international break. It is high time FIFA should sit down and obey proper arrangements so that players get enough rest. I bet me a bomb in subsequent seasons. And that's idea. The best guys I expect to see a show in the Champions League, in the EPL, in the Spanish La Liga, in the Italian Serie A. You know, there's no way I bet me home Sancrofoy. Now, so Italy, and after the Champions League draw, it looks as if the reactions are free Italy, apart from Mauricio Sarri, Claudio Letuto side, I meant anything from SS Lazio, no. So who take Inter for now? We are okay with a pair. Atletico Madrid Asia. The only time they've met in the European competition was 2010. Abra no more the European Super Cup. It was Star Louis II. Abra Atletico Madrid share team my friend Inter Milan by 2-0 after Jose Mourinho winning Champions League now free ho. Echo Real Madrid no. Rafael Benitez never take you over. And Sergio Aguero, Jose Antonio Reyes, the former Arsenal, the former Sevilla, the former Atletico Madrid player, no. I watching in your head on the say, go no, and Sergio Aguero, and eventually he won the man of the match. That was the last time the two teams met. Inter were form. Unfortunately, a Spanish team in Real Sociedad lead Inter with the second. Atletico Madrid were first. For a very long time, off. You say almost back to the Canano, no more back in the Champions League, and this is Diego Pablo Simeone. For Lazio, for Inter Milan, he knows it all so far as the Italian Serie A are concerned. A cracker of a match. It's early days yet. You know, so the OBC analyze the risk Champions League. A free and net deserved by Kokosi February, a lot can change. You bet me anything form, but you know on not only form. So it's the CN did the form of the two teams. And you say, if you look at the consistency of Inter Milan from last season, the Champions League, the Italian Serie A, and in the Champions League this season, Obeka to Inter Milan. But I ought to play for 2 months ahead and Enyema Ebetimasa. Imagine Lataro Martinez Copra and now Marco Thuram Copra, the two pair. No? Are you bringing in Alexis Alejandro Sanchez? And as Marco Anatovic and Ababes and Imamwana, and you bet me to keep the dynamics of the game, Nekakra. Until I feel say it's early days here, see a better go be say, Obebeti qualified. There are games you want match of equals. What about the situation? A bit to say Lazio, any Bayern Munich, you know what about the situation? Bayern Munich will be tipped as favorite. FC Copenhagen versus Manchester City. What about the situation? Manchester City, are you overwhelming favorite? And again, you know, Manchester City etenya draw for pa. Obi ofulumbia. City etima omu with the lack of the draw. And so okay, the two English teams are omu in the Champions League. Now we draw no mania. Arsenal against FC Porto and the Manchester City against FC Copenhagen. You know, this year too, the English clubs and back up saying because Arsenal are just on fire. Manchester City are just on fire. The two teams now on at top group and almost pair no money, and I think it's a very good pair. And I hope say almost in a better place. I'll bet me qualified, though it is early days yet. Napoli for us are very okay with a pair. Although the Laurentiis they about to just say, oh, we're not there. You're very okay. Make the president of Napoli. What time has I say difficult? Already the Laurentiis cancer because the last time against FC Barcelona no, going draw, and it was a game. Victor Osimhen tormented but the return encounter Barcelona winning by 3-1. Until of the two aggregates, no, Barca benya 4-2 and ultimately qualify ahead of a team my friend Napoli. But you know, so Napoli for also forming the Champions League and the level of consistency and the team play. Some were the likes of Ramani, Zambo Aguiza, Zelensky, Kvaratskhelia, Victor Osimhen, Napolitano. Napoli also a very good squad. This isn't a fearsome Barcelona team. And Niama bet me as a Wembley near there. But the current Barcelona team needed in the group. Yeah. But as I said, any team Abeka said, who at the same Madrid and Man City or Bayern Munich, team Napoli for the CNU, and you know, I know they will prepare very well towards that particular encounter. Beat me Abaso at the Diego Armando Maradona, and then the Barcelona new stadium will be just 2 months ahead. Yeah, share how Nyama ABC, Ashe, Name share how the two teams will perform. Real Madrid against Leipzig, you know, another easy draw for Real Madrid. Almost encounter any troubles to be almost performance no the down in the group stage they will continue just like Manchester City, just like Bayern Munich, and you know you expect that sumptuous performance now Madrid the Diama in recent times. PSG against Real Sociedad, for me a match of equals. It will say PSG or quality chair Real Sociedad, but never underestimate Manuel Aguil's side, because Omo Tifikusa Kubo and then Omo Yazabel, Omo Zubimendi, Omo Gabriel Merino in midfield, and these are the guys to watch out for that particular encounter. And you know, a Champions League draw there. One game, penny game, I say, you know, are difficult, enjoy. All the games are one-sided games, and you don't expect so much from the other teams. Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid.
Okay.
And only game I say a big game amount the pairing on the buy. Diakena, we to say be Arsenal Porto. No, you know, Arsenal a favorite. No, Arsenal a favorite.
Okay.
Arsenal a favorite, you know. Arsenal former, you know, Omodi Roman and form Ketwao. Look at them in the EPL, look at them in the Champions League. FC Porto history. Arsenal BBB, but again, Porto last season, baby, I know Muya, no more said against International Milan, and this time they are back. This Mediterranean, the likes of Evan Nelson, Pepe Mu are still there, but you know, this isn't a difficult Porto side. Betting maybe, but so I show against the English teams now. English teams near ahead, and this is Arsenal, like, you know, the performance on more channel on matches on more debon as well.
This is after the round of 16. No, Shasha enjoy games.
Yes. We on the beat me and Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. You beat me and PSG, Real Madrid. You beat me and Inter Milan, Bayern Munich. You beat me and Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich. Into your bet enjoy. You beat me and Arsenal, Real Madrid. You beat me and Manchester City, Real Madrid. Into your I know you beat me. I enjoy game. You say, how dear. So yeah, like now confirm now getting to go. But a honey, baby, at the cream de la cream, no beat me a share. No man make sure so much me I enjoy game. And right on the Clarice. You know, sign is be brave.
But my main naro. Nasibia or Beobu or first draw no one. Yeah.
I think that the draw 3 games, and for me, 8 games you love to watch and not to miss. Maybe on the GDA say Atletico Madrid and International is probably the most attractive. Me sure the form or deka, but as a pedigree in the Champions League and everything. And for me, Barcelona Napoli is a big game. Napoli are the defending champions from Italy. And we are the free home Barcelona. Yes, they are not playing so well in the La Liga, but don't forget they top their group in the Champions League. And we have seen several occasions where big teams are not doing well domestically, but call the international stage now. So I think that Barcelona Napoli a big game, and I even think that notwithstanding Napoli form, Barcelona form, no, I still think they one gamer. For you know. Near Xavi and in the charges and league in Mono. And don't forget that we are not there yet. We are not playing it even next month.
Okay.
And Barcelona has what it takes to reorganize and probably be on form before meeting Napoli. So for me, that is a big game. And of course, Arsenal, Porto, and the G2. I also think there is an interesting fixture. You see, Porto, Abobra, our Champions League in him, it's an Arsenal. Especially in recent times and Liga Mourinho knew Omoji those days. The furthest Arsenal has gone was 206 when they got to the final Barcelona Esheomo. And Arsenal is playing so well. But hey, the competition is a Champions League. Now a competition, a manifold competition. Competition in Nimwa, not anymore. So Arsenal form no so. But let's wait and see. It's one game. I think it's quite tricky, but not a straightforward qualification for Arsenal.
So Franco, on the Barcelona side, now Ocase AB performing the
domestic league.
But there are teams in the Champions League. Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Man United. 3 teams. Anytime you see them performing in the Champions League, you see them performing in the domestic league. But Real Madrid, Liverpool, Chelsea, AC Milan. You see these teams winning the Champions League and they will be struggling for top 4. into the upper Man U. Anytime be able to Man U performing the Champions League, you see them winning the league. Anytime you see Barcelona performing the Champions League, you see them winning the league. The same thing applies to Bayern Munich. Barrier better third, no more the Champions League. Liverpool is struggle for top 4, no more the Champions League. AC Milan, after all the finals, Carlo Ancelotti, he won just 1 league title. Barcelona agree, things can change. It's early days yet. Yeah. But now we compare to Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid.
For me, I'm looking at it on the evidence of what they have done in the group stage. This is the Xavi team on 2 occasions. They failed to make it to the group stage.
No,
but this time around, they topped it. There is a progress in Barcelona as far as the Champions League are concerned.
All right, you can declare nice story.
You know, one important or vital area and a department here of football will be the pivot. Obibeka say number 6. Obibeka say the defensive midfield. Depending on the personality available, it depends on the role. So offer Rodri, offer Declan Rice, offer Bruno Gomes, offer Obi de said Douglas Lewis. Now the Omer Jinanchen, offer Casemiro, no offer João Paulina, no offer Moise Caicedo. They know now the Omer Jinanchen. Number 6 for Emakuma Konson Amabobo, but Omunina no enyepe. So we share Arsenal, and as a signing say in the Premier League name this season, you know, when we started league, you know, it was James Maddison all over the place. He was exceptional, and then one wants to see a league in Arsenal, Onya the player of the month, or dominated the Premier League, and he changed everything within the side that Ange Postecoglou decided to say, or by arranging for Tottenham Hotspur after his injury. But injuries be about Tottenham, you know, met me suffer. Yeka Mohamed Kudusa, on also a goes, edimate my friend West Ham United. And one year Bonicola just nechi, but whichever way you look at it from, you know, 10 goals or 7 goals in the Premier League, you know, who can sign in some mobile my idea, you mention his name. Farasmu Holland, Jinaha, na share, say Obaye in the Premier League, you know, out of the 13 games played, at the end of what Untimi M1 homodin said the name could be a bear expecting. Liverpool for Dominic Zoboslai, or for Alexis McAllister, or for Gravenberch. But all these players are, you know, a year canon. Dominic Zoboslai and I close Kakra. McAllister be mount 1 or 2 performers, but consistently on Munina intimate and for my. Declan Rice rule now for Arsenal. Back at West Ham, he was a second pivot to Abrantia, your friend Thomas Susek. Inti Chisha, Ubeka no bo 80 mum West Ham instead of number 6 in Arsenal. In the English national team, the first phase of the build-up started from Abrantia friend Kevin Phillips, and Declan Rice became the second phase of the build-up. Into Ofri number 8 and Yadinaba number 6. Last season, it was Thomas Partey, it was Casemiro, it was Bruno Gomes, and then Abrantia friend Rodri. And another you be a bomb within, and at a point, it read an argument between Casemiro and Partey who is better. Emma discussion echo so. General, this season, oh, can one sign in a way influential? Jeremy Dokuba, Manchester City, no one homoding. But if you are talking about one player, why you influential? Why you in the thick of events? Why running show no from the central zone of any other team? You are talking about A. Declan Rice. You know, he is the fan bet of the Arsenal team now. So what share almost midfield now? This is almost the Leandro Trossard about 10 kakra. Almost the car harvest about 10 kakra. Odegaard Aboas number 8. Eumu now judging about the room. Thomas Partey was playing as an inverted right back, but the constant figure in their midfield is Declan Rice. Say a frail beer on Finfia or no you born in canin you will be about become. It tells you how important or yet to the cause of a year Arsenal team. No time and coach your friend Mikel Arteta this Kakasi Yakofan say he's a good player, but generous can't solo. I didn't know people party, no more look out for other players, no more compliment the effort. But you know, getting the chance to be part of the Arsenal team, watching the bubble, not just goals, the goal that he scored against Luton Town, but whoever watched me the game against Brighton. Ebe say Brighton is still missing Caicedo in their midfield. Pascal Gross Obana you were Bertman and Prano Akakosho into Omu rotated between Billy Gilmore and then Carlos Belaga. Omuntime rely on a certain player Omu beginning so in midfield. And as I mentioned, Bruno Gomes is playing well. Me forget Abrante Feni Bissouma. Bissouma also started the season very well. But in the indiscipline on the field of play, I'm going to lose to touch. You know. For me, in the Premier League this season, the real decline rise. And you know, Onunababe, the main point of call for the Arsenal midfield in Tianyam. So, Penny Feni, right, I catch and say, the more they boss any exceptional conductors be brave. And I'm a board, or more one in the boss. Conductors be Omunina conducted very, very well. But this time, declares he conducts, he controls, and he progressed the game very well for Team my friend Arsenal. In Tanya Mama, say opinion airborne abaso.
Na initially, na one for born a cheaper, Ushka, net dinosaur, Arsenal for the cover.
Yes.
Now on your word,
you know, say those amount of
Kai have a super kaya.
Yes.
I'm for so ball at a time anywhere. But she say Kai so big up.
Yes, you know, consistently one more 4 goals. Enti Ateta Chere say Kasana near Katon in the oil. Because people were questioning him, say, you have Odegaard as number 10. Why do you go in for number 10? You have Jesus, you have the other player, Edin Katia, to start me boho. In the other thing I was saying, call for Kahave because you have Dodino who had that experience, you have Thomas Partey. And again, people are also looking at the performance of Partey when he's fit for the Arsenal team. Again, almost when you have Partey, you don't play him as an inverted right back, then Koboka Harvest as number 10. But you know, as I said, in the Premier League, Obia want to go the ideological way. Obia want to go the Pep way, and he is a student of Pep. So he is a student of Pep, you know, Obe try say Obe Suyanyama Pep yeah. And in the recent times in the Premier League, it is the pivot plus double number 10. Manchester United Liverpool Chelsea but Manchester City, Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool are doing it. Intinya say a student of Pep executing Niema Okusunya from Pep Guardiola because it was Fernandinho, David Silva, and then Kevin De Bruyne. A free one, a Bayer Rodri, Bernardo Silva, and then Abrante and Kevin De Bruyne. A pivot plus double number 10. And Premier League, you know, nonsense, so person Ojibia Jinra. Sana Akwakoye, se ubitim diaje. Until club, Ede, Fabinho, Guinea Van Adjom, and Jordan Henderson. 3 mechanical midfielders or more different rules. And Omutimi Boama and the Premier League. If you want to go the Pep way, it's a double number 10 plus the pivot. Into Genoa, see idea. Until City never very able to Arsenal and Timmy and Hero. They are the top team in the Premier League now. Again, they are on the top group in the Champions League. And coach Fel Mikel Arteta justify why he went out for those players and declares, you know, assess can the Kofa world class players, elite guys that have shown consistently in the top flight European football or in the European night. But declares or performing in the Conference League, he performed in the Europa League, he performed for the English national team, and you know, it was a time for him to show up in a big stage like Arsenal. And you know, when your opportunity in the clearly, what justifies his kind of the tournament, he deserved that particular amount.
I think one reason Arsenal, as those signings, was issue of squad depth. Last season, na Bibri, Yemu BGD as Arsenal into Minji League, you know, because Osho bench na more high. So if you have Kai, he's a utility player. At least you will play in about 2-3 positions in your team. So I think that the profile was something and now Mikel Arteta when they say oh Kai when the team anymore Obetima back up for Odegaard, Obetima back up even as a center forward, and besides that all the experience and the calmness in the Premier League. So for me, and what are there about Emma teams say players say all move between Arsenal and Chelsea because they are all in London. Yeah, na London abrabono I used to wait we sometimes when we send the family no eco school so you see so many movement between Arsenal and Chelsea, especially players no more 2 teams in Mocheka Krano, they get established. So for me, I think that Mikel Arteta reason was squad depth and somebody or team nasi and I say or Premier League nasi, and I think Zakai Chelsea team no na enkoyi. And the players will bring into a manager. Sometimes we also think that the player is not playing well, not because the player is not good, but probably because he's in wrong environment. And he be delivered the amount. Onye is so exceptional. Yeah. But I think in just some few weeks, I can say Arsenal area the importance. And Oya they be consistently always. Careful. The last pole on the left. he's always sneak behind the defenders. Both said the last four on when Imran was a honor no ujina waka bona to net.
The guy bashing Arteta in Japan on Kai
Harvest. Yeah.
But also on Pekas, also he did, but I had the power Arteta.
Oh yeah.
A coach be a gumbu for the zoo.
Oh yeah, firm. You see,
Yeah.
on one cast our dream so be your coach in them. As some Wenger say, do baby no in the selection. He's the player. Who's the born papa no or bono Everton.
Okay.
But Obasa and any Effie. And he was so close to Arsene Wenger, even though when he was playing. In Tuhunisano, he's a combination of Arsene Wenger and Pep Guardiola. Wow. And the two guys are quite similar. Wow. Because omu person players in Kita ball and more. And it's the reason he's been consistent. We identify a style. And he was lucky to have gotten two managers omu ball possessive football.
Besides that, you know, who say Mikel Arteta, the man now the first season he won something. The second season he won something. Into Arsenal for a long time, no want to win trophies. He was a coach clearly. So we Osaki Unai Emery. That's how we consider Mikel Arteta a muwakakra. But Oba now he showed promise and he showed progression into support from the boardroom. And you know, a coach be as Oba no started to get results, no win trophies. Clearly the boardroom will support him in terms of players. Last season, you know, it will be cast but look at the materials available and look at how he strayed the league to that particular far. Look at the Liverpool side. Look at the Manchester United team. Look at the Chelsea team. The experience and the individual qualities within all these setup. Now still our ultimate second. Najidra. What's our catching? Identify areas be a obelisk with some of the baby shema beboana. You know, clearly you give him that support. And you know, in England, so you coach, you should be ready for the bastion. As na bastion crowd, you know, see this through baby. Because this is a team they celebrate second position. Until you bastion on your baby, but again, so unim dear, you know, you call for it. And when you call for Kaya Best, declare right, the players not signing. Senka Timbers Emperor, he was another solid player. Shevchenko, Jesus. Time we decided so best starting Martinelli on the left. You know, I look at the figures and the performance of the man who decided so the captain Bema Odiga. Manchester United is suffering from a leadership on the field of play. Chelsea crowd the over Rimpo, Captain Chelsea Nibi. But Odegaard is a young guy and look at the control when you're within all these experience. Jorginho is on the bench. Thomas Tepper, the over Champions League final, now players who will be in the Champions League final. But you know, look at how one manage everything very well. The place is so quiet, and those guys are churning out their results.
And I think he's also got Godfather. Look, my dream say, and your Godfather or Gabriel Jesus Zinchenko, Kabeye Dimpa Arsenal.
Say Onya players.
Yes.
Pep
Pep Guardiola is actually helping this guy.
Oh, what a combination.
A choir, where shows a Guardiola, choir of us with the Gabriel Jesus Arsenal.
Okay, I don't know.
Or this Zinchenko Arsenal.
Play the relationship between
them. Play tricky, be an Arsenal board on a year fast, a cofa, a could 100 or something, a dema, a cofa declare rice. A brother Arsenal.
Obama go kind of cofa, say, be by, so much that on years up plan. Yes.
Yeah. Arsenal, Etna, declare rice, watch a year, Juana, Pep Guardiola, and Man City for no man, for no fruity story too. Say City cofa declare rice. Are they actually the last minute and it's Canada because Omusuru. And those things are part of it. And connections are part of the system. So for me, the guy is doing, we wouldn't tell the dairy friend for me. He's so excited to this. A big time Arsenal fan.
You know, the transfer market and its connection, ABC. I tell you, convinced will be able to control the David Raya about that put my head of Randa. But he's a Spanish connected, the coach is a Spanish, and the Spanish is in the post. On teaming convincing Obia. Why or did David Raya? But
the guy was delivering.
It is just like Carlo Ancelotti and his Brazilian connection. Upe opeomo. Inti Ubia or a kind of fast. But for me, you know, Arteta has been super.
EFL quarterfinal.
Newcastle, Chelsea. Mother is also me and Chelsea. And now I say Chelsea better chef Stefango. Na say do say ombelusu. Na me na me hwe nanima na madada.
Say
some pane confidence no how
the mama no. Me die. Oh sir.
But the match who it's municipal. Lucas Obama body say World Cup. Obama body say World Cup.
They don't Manchester match you obi.
Now we tell you Bobo Hane wa anye huma.
You can't predict them. But you know, my team no na
why is na Bobo Chelsea no?
But you know, Zawanko, say Chelsea the captain.
Some captain or prepare.
Now James was a captain. James knew a Konogalaga na Chelsea captain. Now Bobo no munya.
I don't know Thiago Silva more captains amba.
So Bobo na di no munya free kick and penalty. Whether I was a captain. We ko faka kra no obesum na we akofaka kra aba besum. Sterling back on the Kupama. Na Enzo Ababeka. Who said there's no control. Who said there's no quality, there's no leadership on the football play. And this is Chelsea. That was
with the introduction of Nkuku. Never
made them
but you also chance every bench.
over 20 minutes.
Yes,
over
but at least a busy in Chelsea.
you know, over
You see, then the name so Carabao Cup quarter final. Can still players are more bench or muntenye bimono. Can find more chance. But in England, bro, for me a friend of trophyless and the better one of them. Who a big teamer who call Carabao crown out of big boys and they quite quick them. And Newcastle, here can be bring now. We need anything to show.
Yeah.
Last season, Manchester City, Manchester United, so they don't have silverware. In Timadrium, they will go all out, gun blazing in this game. I'm for Chelsea in Niagara. More admire or bridge in the Sunday.
Well,
you know, why do you? So what is after the exit of the Champions League?
yes.
One story I constant in the Newcastle want to go in for Jose Mourinho. Into Eddie Howe and Jumano, you know, Obepe Bibi, now one make sure say or also the better. Last season he lost to Manchester United in the final. Almost 3 more Champions League. Almost shared 3-0 over the weekend. But at least as if this is not the consistent Newcastle United team that we saw last season. Injuries are how but they still have those guys in there to compete. Chelsea so guys are, you know, almost the Kakesi and their form almost to bench. And these are the games to prove their metal. But they are Shelley, Fofana, Leslie Okechukwu, all these guys are there, they are not getting enough time to play. Until you have a chance to game this year, and we are Pochettino, you are not playing the Champions League, you not win the Premier League. You know what else? This is the right time for you to win something for Air Chelsea. It's a very big game, but I think Chelsea need Nkuku back. A fully fit Nkuku for me will change something within the Chelsea setup. By a big game, very difficult for team and friend Chelsea.
What is likely? Say, no experience to be replaces Cooper.
I was saying, "Come up, Pam Steve Cooper." Minimum to control that's what you know. They should have sacked him a long time. What is he doing over there?
So you free.
Yes, but on last season, you know, almost spent a huge amount of money in the market. Players, player be on the man. Okofani Akite, Okofa Miguel Merino, no Okofa Willy Arsenal Okofa Danilo from Palmeiras, no Okofa Danilo Denaba, Okofa Robert Flora from Atlanta, Okofa Manchester United Anthony Elanga, Okofa Kyron Gibbs, player Ben or Palm Famano, Sheke Koyati, Ole Aina, Sergio Obia Pebia Dinomodiamano, but still Nottingham Forest intimate. Inti clearly no Espirito Santo so quiet no.
Of course,
So there be only Benzema kunya issue. Only Benzema. You know now only Benzema kunya issue or hodi asa obeba.
You see, so
before so be say no.
Oh, there be
no.
Oshie or Tottenham.
Me Espirito Santo me who say or you're Nottingham Forest for the coach.
Yes. Oh yeah, I see.
On your level.
On level. No, it's manage average players. Brave.
Emra no manage Wolves. The trouble be must obetuma manage
Spurs.
No,
big teams, you know.
Big teams, you know.
And
so no the Wolves then must say or right for Liverpool, Chelsea, and other teams.
Because that time no.
I feel the Nottingham Forest. I must say.
So ofri. On the be ya kase. You coach is you know if Mikel Arteta can coach Arsenal from Man City as an assistant coach. I didn't think Newcastle no Espirito Santo can coach Arsenal. Per what he did at Wolves. Wolves, Eduma Oye Ohono, you know, the players at the time almost free Hokran. Diego Jota is a student under Nuno Espirito Santo or Liverpool. Raul Jimenez is another student of Nuno Espirito Santo. Adam Atoria and Barcelona. And you know, he
made a lot of below average players.
Yes, Emma very good players.
But now I have Portugal for boys.
No, this team is controlled by Cristiano Ronaldo, former agent. Or only controls our team. No, Jorge Mendes. They only controls our team. Intina from goalkeeper. From Jose Sa to the last person. Previously, it was even coached by a Portuguese coach. It is a Juma was here, and a man said, given the opportunity at the top, he can deliver. But unfortunately, he came to Tottenham where he couldn't survive. Into Nottingham Forest, dear, or more average players. And I think if there is any coach to improve them now, it is a coach, a friend. Nuno Espirito.
Okay. Kessben 93.3, Kessben 92.9, Accra, DSTV channel 364. Go TV channel near 121. We a midfield action. Jumedi ID Ebro. Okay, and Duduan so 80. And Chemi next draw no Bones Ebeye Wajumana fi Yahre Nipa Yadi 30 million I tosumi no Ebechano 3,000 cedis. Why near the Ebechano and Chakra? Ebeko Akwe second draw no, first draw no, Ebayano, a winner no, not free. Is it a chim or da? Okay, yen share the second winner no, and so ebe free about Martin Newton. Later, Martin Newton Latin Maria Tanka Eddie a free Tanzania. One mediema. And a two quite called Tanzania, or then some crab about Tuja and Chamiki, ever transfer, Betty, Abranti, and so and can. Yamia Adma, Ochna, Mediema, and a younger, and easy game, or Dar es Salaam. Okay, Yan Tuaso, Nankami Busamo, FIFA Club World Cup, no, attention, as a month for grand names to be Saikosu. Yeah, it do that time now.
It's a distraction.
Yes, but clubs are a bono. Champions. And one which your boss I come this but I never attention. I don't know why. Sir, if it no, we are going to say, my majesty.
But all the more standing in England for the better in Kubi. And a boy fellow say a club worker. One found. What the man standing near 3 English class. Oh, now, be able to say a bobo. Into Oma Bolly Omodiano, Omuni Hobby, Manchester City no more. General, what is the Malik behind? And
first Copa Libertadores champion. Fluminense.
Yes. Ali Ewo. Manchester City
General Deba football yet day. A rivalry. Club World Cup. Rivalry. Teams no Asia no be any rivalry. Yeah. Oh. Sebia Ali ni Fluminense. Team share them the rivalry. And like we free now as we be shanty a can't be no man in your den. On the break akra. And they say competitions no mugu standing the players no and so esu. It's a talking point, I shall say, Papa, Ubia Kabi, the number of games are in the Raising World Cup. Competitors, you know, about 48. FIFA Club World Cup, among increasing numbers. So when it happens like that, the life of an average footballer becomes, and I say, top footballers, and becomes so exceptional, so difficult for them to cope with. Games, you know, be bringing too much. And not say Bernardo Silva complains that, Omjidi say, can't be the injuries. Teams in
I pray Chelsea doesn't disappoint again today. I wish them all the best. Ask Andy about his shirt. Is it local or foreign? Nana Kojo in the message.
When the names are foreign.
It's all about
no, you know, it's okay. I'm a divide.
Where are they by?
We are the chair and I saw great.
Let me go, Mom. $1 calculate. Oh, dear. And if
I don't pay him quiet, your news. Walk about better. But we are seeing that the breakfast every hour.
Oh, yes.
Now, what the who is a quack? Yes.
Or quack.
The Ragu do away too.
I'm
going to tell the load, yes, or quack.
Rather, it means feeding a family of 5.
What a woe!
Yes.
Awa usi fe mo baby ewu.
Now the spoon here, no ni tea. Also the spoons in the no tea. Yeah.
Our breakfast, yeah.
Adina me.
Serious. All right. I mean, coaches can remember me ba. Na fi, make it local source no ebe brain.